These are the men who part the sea of millions who come to cheer them on to victory. From across the water has come American Greg LeMond, taking their sport and making it his life's work. It is LeMond who the world has picked to win this year's Tour de France. Riding with him, France's favorite son, Bernard Hinault. Hinault has pledged this year he will dedicate himself to a win for the American. But can a man with this passion for winning give up the chance to win again? It was LeMond who last year sacrificed himself for his friend and mentor, and now the two form the Tour's electrifying tandem. LeMond, Hinault, and 208 of the finest athletes in the world will take the month of July and turn all of France into their battleground. Greg LeMond and Bernard Hinault will travel the 2,500 miles, tugged along by the 10-man La Vie Claire dream team put together by Hinault. This is the La Vie Claire freight train and Greg LeMond's passport to victory. But standing in the way is a man who has beaten them both. Two-time champion Laurent Fignon is back after last year's knee injury. And it's Fignon who is coached by the man who once coached all three. This, then, will truly be the battle royale in cycling's great race. Day one of this year's tour, Bernard Hinault wearing the yellow jersey as the defending champion. At day's end, the jersey would go to the fastest in the race against the clock, and this was Hinault's specialty. The prologue time trial, and for Hinault and riders like Olympic speed skating champion Carrera-Inoxpran in his first Tour de France, the 3-mile race against the clock was the first opportunity to make a personal statement. Hinault, competing on America's first full team in the Tour de France, and the speed skater turned cyclist, who will soon enter med school, was on his way to turn in an excellent time. Greg LeMond. In last year's prologue, Hinault's time was 20 seconds faster than Greg's, and it was important for Greg to establish himself here on day one, in this year's prologue, as the team leader. Laurent Fignon, his first moments in the starting house since he won the Tour in '84 and then had to sit out last year with an injury. Although the three favorites, LeMond, Hinault, and Fignon, were denied the yellow jersey on day one, it was Fignon's teammate, Thierry Marie, who had the best time and the jersey. 5 times before, Hinault had won the time trial, but not today. Was this a bad omen? And as the reporters closed in, perhaps the question in Greg LeMond's mind, with only 2 seconds separating he and teammate Hinault, which one would the 10-man La Vie Claire team work for? Thierry Marie and his yellow jersey and Fignon's first lieutenant had done well. Day 2 started with a bang as pre-race festivities got into full swing. It's just not easy working out the bugs right away. It also wasn't a simple task getting Day 2's 55-mile road race up to speed, as communist workers took the opportunity of worldwide press coverage to protest the closing of an automobile plant. No one was hurt, and things returned to normal pretty quickly. But not before yellow jersey Thierry Marie showed he had donned the appropriate color for the day's early excitement. When the racing began in earnest, it was Canadian Alex Steeda riding on the American team who decided the shortest road race in the Tour de France was a chance to become the opportunist. Steeda launched himself out on a solo breakaway. The rest of the riders failed to take him seriously. They let him go. and Steeda began a journey into the record books. He became the first North American cyclist to win the Golden Fleece. Later that day, the team time trial. 21 10-man teams riding together for 34 miles. Yellow jersey Alex Steeda and his American 7-Eleven team knew that using proper orchestration would be essential. It was in the team time trial when Laurent Fignon showed off his hot new system. Sponsored by the French Système U supermarkets, Fignon's army of techno speed demons were on their way to obliterating their competition. Meanwhile, 7-Eleven was having its problems. With each team's time being added to every individual, 7-Eleven America was trying to protect their yellow jersey and failing. Fignon's band of U-men would go on to generate a win for the system, while Vie Claire's dismal rhythm left them 2 minutes behind Système U. There was heartache for Greg LeMond, and also for 7-Eleven Steeda, who lost his yellow jersey and was almost dropped from the tour for falling so far behind his team. Then last Sunday, Boulder, Colorado native Davis Phinney added more history to the tour, becoming the first American to win a tour road race. 134 miles long, and it was Phinney on your right at the line. The overall standings after 3 days of 24 look like this, and you can see the importance of having a good team. Système U's Marie back in the yellow jersey, Fignon right up there. LeMond and Bernard Hinault nearly 2 minutes behind. 125 miles ahead, and the riders pull out of a town that has never seen the tour, the elegant seaside resort of Villers-sur-Mer. Right away, Bernard Hinault lets it be known that he's had enough passive jousting and generates a breakaway off the front of the pack. Like a magnet, he draws a small group of riders along with him. This now is the daring Breton whose take-charge style has won him 5 previous Tours de France. Back in the chase group, and LeMond too lifts his race tempo, and the entire pace of the race continues to build. No one can afford to let the likes of Hinault or LeMond get a leg up here on the roads of Normandy. Système U, and for once, Laurent Fignon's band of ultramen are not controlling the race, at least not yet. Greg LeMond remains behind with the system. If they make a move on Hinault, he'll go with them. The 11 escape artists have now opened a margin of 1:30, and through the 19th century towns, a Frenchman leads the attack. But his group is a talented one, and includes Ireland's Stephen Roche, who is dangerous enough to keep Hinault on his toes. The chasers, led by LeMond and Système U, are now almost 1 minute 45 seconds behind the leaders, and the blistering pace has opened up the ranks, throwing the swiftest into a scramble in single file.
Hinault must be surprised by the way he's gathering time, but tours have been won by many errors. This is one gift he must accept. He's joined by Stephen Roche, third last year, another favourite who has fled the pack. Free as birds, everyone will help now. Unbelievably, the vigilant Système U team have allowed the unthinkable to happen, and now they must group together and try and correct their biggest mistake. Laurent Fignon, expecting a quiet day in the sunshine, is forced into action with his whole team.